In the top stories, ministers meet with senior civil servants, Quarantine in Grenada Act revoked, and U.S. braced for continued supply chain disruptions. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Major Newscast. Today is Thursday, the 11th of May. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of May, 2022. I'm Jason Davis. First up in the national news, government ministers have been meeting with senior civil servants at the Ministry of Finance conference room this morning. This follows the reshuffling of cabinet and reassignment of portfolios announced by Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris on Tuesday. The first meeting was held with permanent secretaries, and ZIZ has learned that the next engagements today will be with finance officials and the police High Command. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris fired 6 government ministers and reassigned their portfolios among the Honorable Wendy Phipps, the Honorable Vincent Byron, the Honorable Akila Byron Nisbet, and Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable Eugene Hamilton. The Traffic Department is asking the general public to get the correct tint for their vehicle. The call comes from Sergeant Sophia Henry from the Traffic Department during ZIZ Radio's On the Road on Wednesday. She said the tint requirement, according to the law, is 35%.
The maximum or the minimum, whatever you want to say, prescribed limit is 35%. This means 65% of light supposed to be passing through that vehicle. And if your vehicle comes tinted, it doesn't make sense to put on tint because it's going to carry it down. It's not going to be 30, it's going to be in the teens because each vehicle do not come clear. You never get 100% on a glass.
With reference to Section 62 of the law, Sergeant Henry also stated that windows should not be covered by any other obscuring device, for example, curtains.
Restricted motor vehicle mean any motor vehicle other than a motorcycle where the whole or part of the glass, the windscreen, side or rear windows of the vehicle is obscured by either A, the application of any film, tint or other device, or B, is custom tinted by manufacturer that less than 35% of light transmission is possible. Some people like to put up curtains. They say, oh, my vehicle come with a curtain. That's an offense also. Because remember, you say anything, any other device.
She said other offenses include mirrored tints and windscreens with tints more than 10 inches down, and those can attract a fine of $5,000. The Ministry of Health and Gender Affairs in Nevis is inviting the public to attend a panel discussion dubbed Lifting the Weight of Pregnancy Loss and Infertility in Nevis. The panel will occur on Thursday, May 19 at the Nevis Performing Arts Center. The event will be held in collaboration with Bouncing Daughter Publishing, founded by Miss Jeanne Williams of St. Kitts. According to Assistant Secretary in the Ministry, Latoya Jeffers, the decision to host the exercise came from the fact that many persons are affected by pregnancy loss and infertility, and the ministry wants the public to know that it is there for them. She said, quote, "We want them to understand that there are other persons who have been through the same kind of trauma, and they do not have to go through it alone. So we're taking this opportunity to register our support for families, for couples who have gone through such an issue," end quote. The forum targets women, couples affected by infertility, and those who have suffered from pregnancy loss. Ms. Jeffers explained that the objective of the forum is to educate the public and form a support group, which in the end would provide a safe haven for persons affected to talk about what they're feeling and how they're coping. The panelists for the event are Jeanne Williams, a miscarriage survivor, Dr. William Stones, an obstetrician gynecologist, and Stevie Byron, a medical doctor and counselor. Ms. Jeffers stated that Ms. Williams will also be doing a signing of her book, Lifting the Weight of Miscarriage, which will be available for sale. Moving now to news on the regional